In the early 2000s, SpaceX entered the scene with a radical vision, making humanity multiplanetary. Critics dismissed SpaceX as just another government contractor, claiming it survived on NASA handouts, but the truth was more complex. NASA's support was never guaranteed. SpaceX had to compete for every contract, risking Musk's own fortune after 3 failed launches. Only after proving itself with the Falcon 1 did NASA's COTS program become an option. COTS wasn't a subsidy, it was a competition, forcing SpaceX to innovate against industry giants. NASA sought a new, cost-effective way to reach the ISS, and SpaceX offered a fresh approach, building hardware in-house and operating with startup agility. Early NASA funding was a calculated investment, not a blank check. SpaceX had to hit strict technical milestones to get paid. Failure meant no funding. This was a sharp break from the old cost-plus contracts of legacy aerospace. SpaceX wasn't just a recipient of government money, it was a partner under pressure to deliver. The company's success was built on risk, innovation, and relentless drive, not handouts. This new public-private partnership redefined how America approached space exploration. SpaceX's path to NASA's trust was paved with risk and resilience. The COTS program set clear goals: deliver cargo to the ISS with a new rocket and capsule. SpaceX's first 3 Falcon 1 launches failed, nearly bankrupting the company. The 4th launch in 2008 succeeded, making SpaceX the first private company to reach orbit with a liquid-fueled rocket. This breakthrough convinced NASA, leading to a $1.6 billion contract for 12 ISS cargo missions. But the deal came with tough requirements. SpaceX had to develop the Falcon 9 and Dragon capsule from scratch. The first Falcon 9 launch in 2010 was flawless, followed by the successful Dragon recovery from orbit. No private company had done this before. Each mission built trust. SpaceX delivered faster and cheaper than anyone expected. In 2012, Dragon docked with the ISS, marking a new era in space logistics. SpaceX proved a private company could reliably reach orbit not through legacy status but through technical excellence and risk-taking. NASA's gamble paid off, and SpaceX earned its place as a trusted partner. The old rules of spaceflight had changed forever. NASA contracts were vital, but SpaceX always aimed higher. Elon Musk's vision was a self-sustaining business serving global customers. Today, commercial satellite launches make up a major share of SpaceX's revenue, with clients like Viasat and SES. International customers and national security contracts have diversified its income beyond NASA. Starlink, SpaceX's satellite internet constellation, is a bold bet, using thousands of satellites to fund Mars ambitions. Starlink's revenue is key to developing Starship and future missions. SpaceX now launches its own satellites, commercial payloads, and military missions, creating multiple independent revenue streams. This robust business model ensures long-term stability and fuels its most ambitious goals. Early government contracts were a springboard, not a safety net. SpaceX revolutionized spaceflight with 2 inventions: reusable rockets and the Dragon capsule. For decades, rockets were single-use. SpaceX changed that by landing and reusing Falcon 9 boosters. The first successful landing in 2015, followed by drone ship landings, slashed launch costs and made frequent space access possible. A single Falcon 9 booster can now fly over a dozen times, undercutting competitors. The Dragon capsule, first for cargo and then for crew, brought modern design and safety to space travel. Crew Dragon's 2020 mission restored U.S. human spaceflight after a decade-long gap. Dragon now routinely ferries astronauts to the ISS, proving private spacecraft can be safe and reliable. Together, reusable rockets and Dragon set a new industry standard. These aren't incremental upgrades, they're a leap forward, transforming the economics and possibilities of space. SpaceX's innovations have forced the entire industry to rethink what's possible. After the Space Shuttle retired in 2011, the US relied on Russia's Soyuz to reach the ISS, a costly and politically fraught arrangement. NASA paid over $90 million per seat, giving Russia leverage and highlighting America's vulnerability. The need for a domestic solution was urgent. SpaceX answered the call with Crew Dragon, developed through NASA's Commercial Crew Program. Competing with Boeing, SpaceX moved faster and more efficiently. The 2020 Demo 2 mission launched astronauts from U.S. soil for the first time in 9 years. Launch America became a symbol of restored independence. SpaceX is now NASA's primary ISS taxi, saving taxpayers hundreds of millions and restoring U.S. leadership in human spaceflight. This capability is vital for the ISS and future space ambitions. SpaceX didn't just build a rocket, it rebuilt a national asset. America's access to space is secure once again. SpaceX's success is as much about how it works as what it builds. The company vertically integrates, designing and manufacturing nearly everything in-house for speed and control. SpaceX's rapid iterative approach, build, fly, fail, fix, lets it innovate faster than traditional aerospace. Starship's development in Texas is a prime example. Each test, even failures, accelerates progress. A lean, mission-driven culture empowers engineers and attracts top talent. The relentless pace and flat structure contrast sharply with legacy aerospace bureaucracy. This formula delivers revolutionary tech at record speed and low cost. NASA now looks to SpaceX as a model for efficient, ambitious engineering. The SpaceX way is inspiring a new generation of innovators. SpaceX has become central to America's space ambitions, crew launches, national security, and flagship science missions. Its deep integration is a testament to years of trust and innovation. SpaceX is now at the heart of NASA's Artemis program, with Starship chosen as the lunar lander. The future of Moon and Mars exploration is tied to SpaceX's success. The NASA-SpaceX partnership is a model for public-private collaboration. Government sets bold goals, private industry innovates and delivers. This approach has lowered costs, increased access, and restored U.S. leadership in space. SpaceX's story is one of risk, determination, and a new blueprint for exploration. As humanity looks to the Moon, Mars, and beyond, this partnership will shape the next era of discovery.